Okay, getting into Kyrie Irving, and for the pop culture segment. For this, we're going to get into how he's been going to bat for a lot of players in the NBA, and kind of how the NBA Players Association, has been negotiating with Adam Silver and his people, trying to get better situations for people who's going into the bubble. And I don't believe Kyrie Irving was allowed to go into the bubble, but that's besides the point. A lot of people are having hesitations. I don't know. Are hesitant into going into the bubble because of obvious reasons, like with Corona and social distancing. Can't really social distance if there's a lot of people in one space. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter. But basically, with the whole Black Lives Matter thing going on, and with people dying even after George Floyd, Kyrie Irving wanted to bring change and calls for unity and change, and wants to unify the players to basically create a better kind of future for the league. And a lot of people killed him for it. A lot of people really understood where he was coming from, but a lot of people killed him for it. Like, because at the same time, I mean, Kyrie's been not playing for a little while, so people are basically like, why do you care? Like, it doesn't really affect you at all. And plus, he makes more money than 95% of the league. So those people who play are not living paycheck to paycheck, but those dollars do count more to them than Kyrie's does. But a lot of people were saying that they could protest and play at the same time, which is what LeBron is saying. Basically, he has come out and said, and not really in response to Kyrie. Kyrie and LeBron's not really going at it. It's really Kyrie and the NBA, like the Basketball Association. And so, which is why the Players Association was founded, because they needed voices like Kyrie's to talk about what the players are feeling. And because before that, we didn't have that. It was just the NBA running over everything the players were trying to get across. But now we have an actual association to bring a bigger light to these topics. So Kyrie Irving had a call with, well, not had a call, but there was a call with approximately like 80 players, and he was just Kyrie was asking players to not play, basically, and advocating for social justice. And some of us was saying, like, Austin Rivers from the Houston Rockets, which then, like what I said previously, money probably matters more to him in the NBA than Kyrie. Us coming back will be putting money in all of our pockets, and that's literally word for word for what he said. So you just can't make this stuff up. Like, some players really need the money in the NBA more than other players. But basically, he said, with this money you could help out even more people, and continue to, more importantly, give your time and energy to the movement, which is a solid point. And which is why both points are very valid. Kyrie's point is valid and the NBA's is valid. And I feel like the bubble is gonna happen. The NBA players are going to be in Orlando playing against each other. But Irving is basically calling for a better spotlight to be put on social reform and the Black Lives Matter movement. And the group included players like LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi, Steph Curry, like a lot of high profile names to talk about the call. And well, actually, no, not that call. It was another call with the high profile players LeBron, Giannis, and Kawhi, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook, to talk about Kyrie's suggestion behind closed doors. So hopefully they come to an agreement, to somewhat of an agreement, but I don't really think Kyrie's point will hold too much validity, as people really want the NBA to come back. And I believe that players who play who will be able to also advocate for social reform. Like, every interview they could say a name that died to bring light to the subject. You know, Dame could just get done. Dame could finish the game dropping like 40, 48 or something, and then they ask him, how was you in the mood? Or what are those questions, those cliche questions they ask? What was your mindset when dropping 48? and Dame could be like George Floyd? Or how did Kawhi could be like, or they could ask Kawhi, how did Paul George help you out in winning the rebounding battle or the defensive battle? And Kawhi could say Breonna Taylor. You know, it's just, there's a lot of other ways you could affect the culture, affect the landscape while playing basketball. Obviously, they can't do it running up and down the court. Like, it would be kind of hard to be out of breath trying to shoot a shot and yell at George Floyd. Like, you know how you yell Kobe when you shoot? You can't just yell George Floyd when you shoot. Like, you're gonna have to do it in an interview setting. So I understand people saying they can't dribble basketball and be a politician at the same time. But after the game, they could definitely do they definitely can create change. And basically, that's all I wanted to talk about. It really wasn't too much with Kyrie Irving in the NBA. I think people really broke it down. I think Kyrie Irving in the NBA is really just they understand where each person is coming from, and it's kind of like just hearing somebody out but not really gonna do it, you know, at the same time. So Kyrie Irving was voted to be the vice president for a reason. So his voice really matters, and he has a lot of passion behind his voice. Like, they said that Steven Jackson, somebody close to George Floyd, Kyrie called him like crying or whatever, and just expressing how like something needs to change. And I believe that's how he got a lot of people to back him on his sit out the NBA season. And my position on that is basketball is definitely going to keep happening as long as COVID doesn't just take over the whole world, which it almost did. So yeah, I don't really have too much to say about the Kyrie NBA situation. They basically have it resolved. People are probably going to be playing in Orlando come the end of next month. And yeah, that's tough for Kyrie because, you know, he always is scapegoated for a lot of progressive ideas, but at the same time, there are a lot of other ideas that can work too, that are more safe. So Kyrie always comes with the far, like, out there solutions to the problem. But, you know, he's still one of the best players to ever dribble a basketball. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, switching it up. That's about it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in to the Notorious Mass Effect podcast. And don't be afraid to send me a voice message letting me know what you think of the show and what you want me to talk about in the next episode. Click my link tree in my bio to access my social medias and follow to keep up with my latest activities. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube and share this podcast, as this helps the show reach more people so we can grow together and affect the masses.